I'm very intrigued to know what you made of what Jeremy Hunt delivered in the House of Commons on Wednesday.
Look, I think it was a good budget. I think...
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I know you want me to say that it was a disaster, terrible...
Well, look, let's be honest. Things like the corporation tax rise are not from your playbook.
No, I mean,
you did something completely different, and he's reversed it all.
And that was why, in a way, of course, I was sacked, because ultimately there was a disagreement about corporation tax. And it was felt, given the market turmoil which occurred, that we had to reverse not putting it up. And of course, I disagreed with putting it up in the first place.
But the markets have steadied now, so has he been overcautious? There are businesses who are saying, hang on, the Tories are no longer the party that represents us. The tax burden's at an all-time high. This is exactly what you and Liz Truss railed against.
Yes.
So you must have been a bit underwhelmed to have seen what was presented on Wednesday.
What we can't do is pretend that last October didn't happen, or last September didn't happen. There was an adverse reaction to the budget that I put forward, the mini-budget that Liz Truss and I put forward. And Jeremy was appointed by Liz Truss. I mean, people forget that, but he was actually appointed by her. And I think he's done a good job in stabilising the situation.
But does the reaction to your mini-budget indicate that we can never have a kind of low-tax, high-growth approach to our economy here? Does it mean that the markets were spooked temporarily and it won't happen again? Does it mean that we have to resign ourselves to this Treasury safety does it type approach for all eternity? I mean, what's your fear? We're never going to return to Thatcherite economics, are we?
Well, look, so there are lots of questions there. And I think you're right. I think there's a broad question, there's a broad aim to have a lower tax, higher, more productive economy. Now, the question, and that strategic goal was one that Liz had, that one I share. I think also Rishi Sunak and Jeremy Hunt ultimately want to see the tax burden come down.
They've got a funny way of showing it,
but the question is how you do that. From where we are now, how do you actually get there? And I think Jeremy, rightly perhaps, has adopted a cautious approach given what happened last winter. And he's also very much, I think, looking at the markets, looking at what Treasury officials are doing and trying to do it in a methodical way. And that's where I think I and Liz got it wrong. I think we should have had a more methodical, a more process-driven way of getting to that strategic goal, which, as you say, is lower taxes and incentivising economic